Hello SimplePlanes, this is Snow here, and as of recording now, the 1.9 beta has been available for about 9 hours. And what I'm going to do today in this video is I'm going to just go through everything that's listed on the changelog. Just going to see what has happened, and then we're just going to see how it turned out. So let's get this started. So first of all, many people were asking about like how you get to the 1.9 beta. So what you want to do is you click on your properties. Under its beta tab, a public test is probably what you want to click on. I found that it worked for me, and if you have any problems, then I'm not sure what else we can do for you, but that works for me. Okay, so I've made a backup of all my 1.8 files, and I've tried to isolate my 1.9 testing from my 1.8 stuff. So we're going to load it up right now and see how it does. Okay, so it's the same loading screen. There's nothing too much different right now. I'm just going to go in and see. Okay, first things on features. Yeah, mod support not being able for Android. That's not too. We already know that. That's been there for a while. Yeah. Okay, so fine tuning and overload has been completely integrated into the game. So, okay, so advanced targeting and designer suite has also been integrated into the game. And let's look at features. So first of all, added a new 10 cannon part. So this is awesome. Let's go check it out right now. Actually, great. So I'll load up a new plane. Oh, somehow my calculator mod stays in it. Okay. Okay, so first things we're going to test out first is the cannons mod. That's going to be under the weapons tab. Looks like it just looks like a cannon, I guess. Okay, so one of the attributes you can control about the cannon are group projectile type, explosive, and just basic, apparently. Okay, so I guess if it explodes on impact or not. Projectile type, slug, or sphere. Okay, so projectile velocity and ammo count. So finally, we have something that has relevant ammo count. Remember back in 1.8, we had the up till 1.9, we only had those wing guns or any the miniguns, and all of them they had an ammo count attribute that had no real value. So I guess that's new for us. And maximum fire rate. So I'm just going to assume that that's the firing time between each shot, and caliber. So okay, so the caliber of the shot. So it goes down to 50 millimeters. I'm assuming that we can edit that in XML and make that smaller or bigger. And the maximum allowed by the default editor is up to 1000 millimeters. So that's 100 centimeters. That's exceedingly large. Okay, so put it back to default setting of 30%. And the base length changes this part, and the barrel length obviously changes barrel length. And it's muzzle brake. Okay, so just if it's there or not. Recoil and recoil force. Before recording this video, I've tested this recoil force out. I'm not sure what difference it makes, but we'll go test the cannons out first. So, first order of business. So the cannons are accessible under the ground tab. And since advanced targeting has been integrated into the game, even if I don't have the mod loaded, it shows up by default. And the cannon works like this. Ooh, okay, you can see the explosion right at the end. And some nice sound effects as well. So, okay, that's very cool. So, I guess it's modeled as like an ordnance type under the weapons tab. So in order to fire it, you need to press on the fire weapons button, not the fire guns button. Okay, we've learned about that one now. So next order of business is, yeah, we've seen all that. So what we'll do next is look at, yeah, the jackhammer. It appears that that's a new thing here. Looks really nice. It's a armored personal carrier, I guess. And yep, so I guess it uses the new cannon part. Yep, it does. So it's just gonna be really cool. I won't look at it too much deeply for now, but what I'm gonna look at first is a next. Yep, bundled fine tuner overlord message. Okay, so actually, the fine tuner and overlord mods don't show up in the normal where you expect them here, because normally you expect these mods to be in this tab right under, right next to the play button. But then now they've been integrated into the game. So if you go into their mods tab, they've been automatically like integrated into the game. So you have to you do have to enable these yourselves. That's just another thing you should know. Yeah, okay, so it's been fully integrated as a part of the game. And yep, designer fine tuner. Okay, so I guess designer suit has been done differently, but if I remember correctly, yeah, designer suit and advanced targeting has been automatically integrated into the game. So we won't need to have this option anymore, I guess. Metric conversion, also you don't need to do this anymore actually. One of the features we saw here is, yeah, here. So they've added automatic switching for metric, imperial, and nautical unit systems. So if you go under the settings tab, you will see here that there is a unit system measurement. So I can change this to imperial, metric, or nautical. I personally like metric, so I'm just going to set that as for my options. And let's see what else. Fine tuner, yep. So this has also been edited as a standalone integrated mod. So you just have to go into the mods tab and enable these. These are bundled with the game, so you don't need to download them or do anything else. Yep, and as you can see, we have the mods integrated into the game. I want to see how. Yep, so it now has a proper interface. Remember back in the day we had just a white interface that wasn't like looking vanilla-ish. I guess that they worked on the UI as well. That looks nice to me. And the other thing we'll look at is Overlord. Let's see. Let's try to click on the cannon part. Yep, so yeah, dude. Okay, so this is so much better. So the Overlord mod looks so much better than before. The UI is not actually adaptive to the screen. Before, my resolution didn't fit that much, and then it was tiny. I had to stare at the squint at the screen to see it. So okay, so this is, I think that these measurements are in metric. That's why. Yeah. Oh, actually, never mind. This is at 1000. Oh, okay, that's new. Because usually with the projectile, the velocity, the muzzle velocity attribute for the wing guns are usually set to meters per second. So this is miles per hour. So I guess that's something new. Okay, so looking at the XML attributes for the cannon, you can see everything we covered in the actual in-game UI interface. We can see that there's also a projectile lifetime. So that's going to be like a flat cannon for some people who want that in the game. That's going to be cool to play around with. So I'm guessing this is in seconds. So I guess 60 seconds after shooting the cannon, it explodes on its own. And yeah, ammo count, fire delay. Okay, so well, that's big. That's actually really big. It's a bit of a slice of life thing, I guess, on just convenience of life feature, but this Overlord mod has been greatly improved. It is now integrated fully into the game. It looks so much better. It works, I'm guessing it works as you're used to. Keep in mind that this is beta, and there are still going to be issues with the beta version of the game right now until it's officially released. But it still looks good enough to me. So what else we can see? Let's see. We looked at advanced targeting before. I'm not sure about like where you play around with settings of these. I'm gonna guess mod settings. Yeah, I'm gonna say mod settings, but I'm not exactly sure about how they're enabled in the default game. Let's see. Okay, so advanced target. We looked at that. We looked at designer suit a bit. Yeah, it's the same thing pretty much. There's no like massive changes I've seen so far with the designer suit. However, there are parts of the game that have been integrated. There are parts of the designer suit mod that have been integrated into the default UI. So I'm not exactly sure what this does. It's under the view options, but then we now have X-ray as a default option, and we also have the blueprints option. So it's gonna be like that. Yeah, okay. So that's really neat, and you can just do open images, and it'll lead you to the kind of familiar type of thing you're doing. We'll leave that for now. And next to look at is, yeah, we looked at that. Trees, I'm not going to touch on that right now because that's a bit of complicated XML. I don't think I can cover that quickly enough. We looked at that. Oh, and ground speed, indicator speed. Okay, so I'm going to assume that ground speed, this is TAS's true air speed, so that's something different. I'm not exactly sure how you switch between the indicator speed, ground speed, and true air speed motion mods, I guess. Yeah, these I haven't really seen the option around, so that's a bit hard to know. I'm assuming this is more XML stuff, because I guess, yeah, this is probably weapon naming thing, because as the air to ground or air to air sort of thing. And okay, so this is another big thing. Before we needed the color hex mod in order to change the metallic and smoothness, but then now they've been integrated into the actual game. So you go under here. You used to use this option, but now you don't need that anymore, and you can just, oh, that's actually amazing. Also, instead of having to use the color editor mod, color picker mod, what was it called actually? We can now just completely just ditch it, and we can use the code. Hex codes are directly enterable into the game using the default UI, and we can change the metallicness and smoothness of it. Yeah, okay, so we're all familiar with this. So these attributes change as you do this. So that's the smoothness, metallicness. Yeah, this is more color things that people will enjoy. That's actually awesome. Okay, great. So we've done all that, and next to look at, yeah, we see hex color text box. So that's what we saw here, this thing. And next, zero star, that's more XML. I've upgraded Unity. Okay, performance based on Android. I'm on PC right now, so that doesn't really apply to me. Okay, great. Tournament validator to aircraft properties. I'm assuming that's for tournaments. And ignition delay. So I'm assuming that this is another XML attribute, waterproof. So and we can now have missiles, I guess, deploy and then later have them ignite. And waterproof. So we get waterproof missiles. Cool. And then first angle. That's explained down in the comments. If you remember, WMP78 did an explanation for that feature, I believe here, the shortest angle. And yeah, so okay, great. That's all really awesome. So there's a ton of content coming out, and then there's lots of mods being integrated into the default game. As for new parts added, there's only the tank cannon part, but then just the amount of content that has been added, I mean, as in mod-wise, I guess that's awesome, and that's going to help us greatly. Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, I'm looking forward to 1.9. For now, I'm not sure how well good it is right now, because when I've tested it before recording this video, there's still a few funky things here and there, but then this is still the beta only, so we'll have to look more into that. And yeah, we haven't looked into this, right? So let's see. I'll try to load up plane. I guess this would do. Let's see. Yeah, so touchdown physics and added smoke effect. Let's try that out actually. If I were to try something like this. So we're just going to try a landing and see what those new touchdown effects and physics are, I guess. We're in for a nice landing. Let's see. Oop, it's too slow. I don't see anything. Maybe it's just because I don't have the effects enabled. Let me see. Okay, so it's probably under game settings. No, never mind. It's probably in the quality settings. Image effects, perhaps? We'll try that and try again. Okay, so this is post-editing snow here. If you look right here, I've done a freeze frame of it, and you can see that there is a graphics glitch. So it looks like, to me, it's a variety of speed indicators and symbols that somehow got jumbled, and then it's covering up the actual flight interface. I don't know what that is, but it seems to me that's a graphics glitch. So, another one for you, Gendrew. And it's that we now have a default sort of kilometers per hour setting. That helps out quite a bit, so yeah, so we're now gonna we don't need to have as much mods enabled as before. That's really nice. Okay, so let's see after enabled image effects if those new effects show up. Oh, no luck for me. So I guess yeah, I'm not exactly sure what those new image effects are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that more, but then otherwise, we've seen pretty much everything here. We've seen the new tank cannon part. We've also seen the advanced targeting integrated into the system. The designer suit mod, it's completely integrated into the system. More, yeah, we've seen the metric and aeronautical ground speed. So two things. I haven't seen this thing work properly. I haven't seen an option for enabling ground speed indicator airspeed. And other than a bunch of more XML things, that's pretty much it. Yep. So two things. I'm having trouble with seeing this. Never mind. This, the touchdown physics and added smoke effect, and also I'm having trouble with seeing the these options. These options and a bunch of options. I'm not exactly sure where to access them. But then otherwise, that's a great update. We're getting a lot of new a lot of the popular mods completely integrated into the game. It's going to help us out a lot. So that's pretty much it for a preview of the 1.9 beta. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.